Alright, well, how's everybody doing? Hey, you know, it's really strange. I said the other day I put the recording on for the chicken cacciatore that I made a while back, and I put it on the Facebook, and next thing you know, I got all kinds of people commenting on it and like, wow, wow, wow. So, you know, it kind of psyched me up to show you something else. So instead of chicken cacciatore, hey, what do you say we go with a chicken marsala tonight, huh? And you know, I'm hoping you see me and hear me okay, and if you don't, well, tough. I'm still gonna eat whatever I cook tonight, because I'll tell you, I'm starved, I haven't eaten all day. Chicken marsala. All right, now, I don't know if you can get the picture of what I got here, and I hope you can, but just follow my directions. Like I've told you before, man, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's cool, though. You're gonna love the food. I love chicken marsala. Now, this is what we need. Alright, of course we're gonna go with the chicken. I like the breasted chicken. You know, it's a raw chicken. I thawed it out and got it from Costco, and we're gonna cut that up in a few seconds. But I use the breasted chicken. If you want to use the legs, thighs, whatever you want. I got, we're gonna need mushrooms. Got the full mushrooms, and make sure they're fresh mushrooms. I got them full, and I'm gonna be slicing them in a few minutes, but full mushrooms. We're gonna need garlic. I'm gonna chop the garlic up for you too. Need a little bit of margarine, and actually that's more than enough. I mean, you'll see, and we'll use it right at the very end. I'm gonna need salt and pepper. We're gonna need oil, olive oil, okay? Make sure you have that. You're not gonna need much, just gonna put a little bit in the bottom of the pan. I'm gonna need Marsala wine, because remember, we're cooking chicken marsala. So, Marsala wine. Remember the cacciatore, if you saw that, we used white wine. Chicken marsala, Marsala wine. We're gonna need a little sauce, and you know something, you can't see it, but I just made, yesterday I made about 3 gallons of sauce. And someday, you wanna know, write in the comments, say, hey, I wanna know how to make a sauce. All right, I'll show you that. But we're not gonna use much. In fact, this is a ladle. Where's the ladle? I put the ladle of sauce in. Alright, the ladle, but you're not even gonna need all that much. We're just gonna use it for a little bit of color and flavor. You'll see. And if you don't have a sauce, don't worry about it. I mean, get some tomatoes, crush them up tomatoes, or get a little tomato sauce paste or something. Just a little bit. We're just using it for color, okay? And we're gonna take a little bit of flour, okay? Just a little bit. You'll see what I'm gonna do with that in a few moments. And we're gonna need an egg, all right? So grab an egg too. All right, now, what do you say we do? I'll show you a little prep work. And we're making just one order, so I'm using a small pan. You want a double order? You're gonna double everything I do and use a bigger pan. But right now, we use a small one, okay? Now, let me show you what I'm doing to start off, all right? Well, I'll tell you what. Let me get the egg out of the shell here. Here. All right. And like I told you before, whenever you make something, after you use it, throw it away. I'm not gonna need this egg shell anymore. I'm gonna chuck it. All right, it's in the trash. Okay. I'm gonna take my, I'm taking the chicken. It's a full chicken breast. Right, throw that away. Taking the chicken breast, and it's kind of thick, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually cut it right down the middle, all right? Slice it in half. No big deal. You can do what you want with it. If you want to make, instead of the chicken breast, you want, you know, chicken chunks or whatever. I'm using the breast, okay? And all I did, you see, I just kind of cut it right in half. I got a half a breast and another half a breast. All right. Now, if you got one of these hammers, you can kind of flatten out the chicken for you a little bit. So if you don't have the hammer, don't worry about it. It's not gonna put that. All I did was flatten it out a bit. Okay. Put that away. Now, I got the garlic. I got garlic cloves. All right. And what we're gonna do is make it into. We're going to be using about a tablespoon, not a tablespoon, a good teaspoon of garlic, all chopped up. So let me chop it up. And be careful here. I mean, take your time. if you want to get garlic, and I do this, today I don't have it, but you get the garlic that's already chopped up, even better, okay? But chop it up really good, as small as you can get it. So I got all my garlic chopped up, and you see that's about a tablespoon of garlic, right? Okay, now, what are we doing? I'm gonna take the mushrooms, and I'm gonna slice the mushrooms into slices. Now, I want to show you the mushroom, and I might have shown you, if you watched the chicken cacciatore, you would have seen, I don't want you to cut these mushrooms so thin, all right, because they're gonna shrink, all right? In fact, if you notice that you got small mushrooms, hey, don't even worry about it. Leave them. Cook the whole mushroom if you want. But I got a big one. You notice I sliced, it's pretty thick. Keep them thick, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up all the mushrooms now, and then we'll get back to cooking. And you know, I'm doing all this prep work, and you do all this cooking, this whole meal is gonna take a total of about 4 or 5 minutes to make. Not even that long, it's very simple. All right. Now, what do you say we get cooking, okay? What I'm gonna start off with, I'm gonna take the olive oil. Now watch, remember the pan. All right, so it's not a big pan. I'm gonna just pour a little bit in. Watch how I pour in. Not too much, right? What do you want to call it? Say about what, four tablespoons? Look it, I just put a little bit on the bottom, okay? No big deal. And then I'm putting this away. Because I'll tell you, once you eat my dinners and stuff, hey, you're not gonna wanna have to go cleaning up. Try to get everything out of the way ahead of time. All right, now what's next? Okay, well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that egg that I cracked and put it in there, and I'm just gonna stir it up, okay? So I got the egg all stirred up. Got my garlic cut, my chicken's all set. I got the flour, I got everything all set up. Let's start cooking. Okay, I put a little bit of oil in the pan. I'm turning the oven on. I'm actually putting it on, you know, my oven, that's the glass thing. I hate the glass. I'd rather have gas stove or even the coil. I'm not into this glass stuff. It doesn't get it as hot. But I put it on a little bit, well, I got it on high, the notch a little bit below high. And I've turned it on. Now what I'm doing is I'm just taking the garlic right away. Starting off, I'm putting my garlic right in the pan with that oil, all right? Now, let's go with the pepper. For each order, I mean, you can always add more. You can do what you want. It's on how you like it, all right? But the pepper, for each order, this is one order. See what I got there? That's a pinch. Call it a pinch of pepper. How's that? Boom, and I drop it in. And then what am I doing? I'm putting my pepper away. I'll tell you what, let's go to the salt now. I'll do the same thing, about the same order, okay? Look at that, a pinch of salt. Ba-boom, it's in the pan. And I put it away. All right. Now, what I want to do while that's heating up, okay? I'm taking my chicken breast. I'm taking my flour. I'm just laying it on the top, doing a little tap, picking it up, flipping it over, just to kind of cover it up with a little bit of flour. Because the flour is going to hold the egg. All right, it's almost like, makes it like a paste. I dropped it in the egg, the bowl here that I got with the egg in it. All right, I'm gonna take the other breast, the other half, do the same thing, flip it over, shake it off that olive oil, shake off the flour, excuse me. Then, you know, hey, I'm gonna eat it. It's my hands. I washed my hands. I'm cool with that. But I'm gonna mix it all up. Get the flour and the egg all mixed up. That's Italian. Hey, I'm using my hands. All right, it's all mixed up. Still heating up. I'm gonna wash off my wash off the egg and everything. All right, now how much time we used already? We haven't done too much time on this yet. I think I've been with you probably about maybe 3 minutes, just on the introduction. Okay, now, it's heating up. I'll know for sure. You'll start to see the psst, little sparkles and stuff. All right. While we wait, you know, I don't know. What do you want? You want to hear a quick joke? Want to hear another one? All right. Hey, but by the way, if you're watching this for the second time with the chicken cacciatore and you're doing, hey man, I appreciate the comments you guys gave me and stuff. It makes me feel pretty good. I mean, geez, this stuff is so simple. I get a kick out of it when I cook for people and they go, oh, geez, Al, that's so good. My God, I wish I could. I wish I could. Hey, well, you can. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I didn't know how to do this stuff years ago, and once you learn it, boom, you never forget about it, and you add whatever you want, different things, whether it be you know, broccoli or lemon, all kinds of stuff. It's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, I'm starting to see a little bit of a sizzle, and that's good. Now watch this. I got the egg. No, excuse me. I got the chicken breast, and got it all mixed up with the egg. And all I'm gonna do is just lay it right in the pan. All right. Second one also. Oh, you know, one thing I didn't show you. You're gonna need a cover for the pan. All right, because what we want to do is keep the heat in the pan. So let me get a cover here. Covering up the pan. All right, now while I'm doing that, I'm going to take my my egg and just kind of put it in the thing. I'll rinse it off. So, like I said, I want everything done. When this meal is done, I want to eat. I don't want to have to come back and go clean it up and cleaning up everything. So, as you're cooking, do your cleaning, and then you're all set. And what we're doing now is we're just pretty much cooking the bottom of that chicken. The garlic's starting to cook along with the salt and pepper and everything. I can hear it sizzling pretty good. I'm gonna remove this cover. When I remove the cover, I'm gonna flip over the chicken, all right? And by the way, like I said, this cooks very quick. I'm flipping the chicken over, then I'm gonna add all my mushrooms. When I add the mushrooms, I'm gonna put the cover back on. See, because when you add the mushrooms, it kind of cools everything down, and you want to get it back to heat. So we take the cover off to put the mushrooms in, mix it up a little bit, put the cover back on for a couple of minutes. All right, I'm hearing it sizzle. All right, taking the cover off, just flipping that chicken over. She's a sizzler. All right, now, taking my mushrooms, adding all my mushrooms. Put the cover back on. Let it sit. See, I just don't like the stoves, man. They just don't get things hot like they should. But, hey, what are you gonna do? That's what sells, right? Hey. So, well, I'm here in Florida. You guys can't see it, but I got the door open. It's right now. It's actually it's February 28th, I believe today is. And my God, the temperature today was probably about 75 degrees. I mean, yeah, I got the tan. Yeah, I also got the white hair. White hair. It's not gray. But it's gorgeous out, and 75 degrees today is absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, short sleeves. Yeah, I hear that sizzling. Let it cook, let it cook, let it cook. Now, the next step we're gonna be doing, when I take that off, we're gonna stir up the pan, we'll get everything, then we're gonna add the wine. And what's it gonna do again? It's gonna cool everything down, all right? But once we add the wine, then we're gonna start to do that's the sauteing. And that's when everything gets mixed up with the Marsala wine, cook it, gets nice and hot. We're gonna add that sauce. Remember, we're just adding it for color in a way. So even if you didn't have the sauce, you could eat this without the sauce and it's still gonna taste good. That's what I mean. You follow my directions on what I'm teaching you here, and you're gonna start to do things that you're gonna say, hey, that tastes good, but let me try this. And you're gonna, oh my God, that tastes better. In fact, you know what I used to do? What not used to do, I still do it. I like to add a potato. I'll dice up the potato and stuff, put that in. Oh my God, when all the juices and everything, Marsala wine gets into that potato, oh my God, that tastes good too. All right, she's sizzling. Let me take that off, and I know that cover's kind of hot, so I'm gonna take that off. Look at that, see the steam? All right, just kind of stirring it up. Yeah, she's burnt. And those mushrooms, you know, they're gonna create the sauce too, because there's a lot of water in the mushrooms. They'll help to create a sauce. All right. And the chicken, nice. It's already pretty much cooked. I can tell, you know, the chicken's like white. The egg has kept everything inside. All right, she's soiling. She's kind of hot. You see all the smoke coming up, right? The steam. Well, I got my Marsala wine. Now watch. You see that? Not that much Marsala wine in my bottle. Now watch this. I'm not putting that. I'm not draining it. I'm just gonna splash it in. Watch. The splash. Another little splash. I don't know. Look at. You see the difference? What did I put in there? About what? Geez, maybe 2 ounces, 3 ounces. Don't worry about it. You're gonna love it. All right, see, she cooled everything down, starting to bubble up. I'm mixing everything up. Oh my God, you smell it. Jeez, I wish I could have a smelter or something like that, something that let you smell it instead of just viewing this, because oh my God, it already smells great. And I'm just kind of stirring up, mixing it all up. Got it nice and hot and everything. Here's my sauce. Now I told you, I showed you the ladle of sauce that I put in there. Now watch. Here, I'll get the ladle again, I'll show you. Full ladle I put in. I'm not gonna use all of it. I've got about half. I poured it in. I'll tell you what, I'll go with a little bit more. Look, I didn't even use all the sauce. All right? I'm doing it for color. Now I'm mixing it in. Mixing it all. I mean, I like to shake it. I mean, you do what you want. You don't have to, don't think, oh, Al's an expert. Nah, don't worry about it. Look it, stir it without the shaking. I just like to shake the pan and stir it with my fork. Flip it over my chicken. Get everything mixed up. Because remember, I put that sauce wasn't hot. The sauce was from the refrigerator. So now it's added in, but see, it's boiling up. And this is done. All right, we're gonna do one final step. And if you watched my chicken cacciatore, you'll know the final step. The one thing we got left over, the margarine, okay? We're gonna add that in. Now I got everything hot, and you see the steam, everything blowing up here and everything. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm shutting the heat off. The heat is shut off. I'm actually removing the pan from the grill, because when you add this margarine, and by the way, see it's like a wedge, all right? It's a wedge of the margarine. I'm not even gonna use all of that. I'm gonna use half of that. When you add this, if it's on the heat, the margarine will make like an oil, and you don't wanna do that. What we wanna do is really kind of make everything in this pan nice and creamy. And what I mean, it looks real nice. I mean, I hope you maybe see that, but it looks real nice. But watch what happens when I take that margarine, and that's all I'm putting in. I put it in and I mix it up. It just makes everything creamy. And I'll tell you something else. What my buddy Romeo taught me, and this is a guy from Rome, Italy. The guy taught me how to do the cooking, and who knows, maybe Romeo's even watching the tape also. And but anyway, what he told me to do, he says you put that in there, it kind of gets all the flavors of everything together. And hey man, I trust him, because geez, I eat the food and oh my God, this tastes great. So I just trusted what the guy told me, just like I'm asking you to do. Trust me, just do it. You're gonna love it. The first time you do it and you screw it up, don't worry about it. Try it again, all right? Keep trying, keep trying. My God, if you could have heard all the times I got yelled at and screamed at in the restaurant, then you say, oh, well, okay, he's not, it took him a while to learn. It sure did. But now, look at this. I got a dish here, and I'm gonna try to, I don't know if it's coming in the film, and I hope it does come in the film for you, and if it doesn't, just listen to what I said. But look at this is the way I want you to serve it. You take the breast, you put it in the middle of your pan. You take the other one, you put it in the middle of the pan. Kind of do another stirring up. Get everything nice, and then watch. You pour it over the center of the pan. Just pour it all over. Then what do? You put the pan in the sink, you clean it up, and that's what I'm gonna do. Now right now, of course I'm not gonna do it because I gotta, I'm trying to talk to you guys and show you what to do here, but typically, hey, I'd take that thing and right now it'd be cleaned up and I'd be putting it over there, so all I would have is my food to eat, nothing to come back to. But of course, It's a little different because I'm doing a movie. I'm doing a show. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And it changes things up a little bit. But I'm gonna tell you something. Like I said, you can't smell it. But boy, oh boy. Oh my God, I know. You know something, I've eaten enough. I've eaten so many of these things. I don't even have to taste it to see if it tastes good. I know it tastes good. Man. Jeez. Now listen, I hope my nephews are watching this, because you know I've cooked enough of this stuff for you too. And I'm not around you anymore because, hey, you know, you're old and this and that. But remember, your girlfriends, man, oh man, when you teach your girlfriend how to cook, you can, oh my God, it's excellent. Forget taking them out to eat. Invite them on over. Have dinner at my place. Hey, oh, it smells fantastic. Chicken Marsala, all right? Hey, play the tape back, write down the notes, watch, cook, and hey, do me a favor. Let me know what you thought, all right? Come on, I really appreciate it. I mean, cooking for myself. Yeah, still married. I don't know how much longer, but you know, learn how to cook. You'll love it. Ciao.